Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayleigh, in case you didn't know that. And today I'm going to be giving you the rundown on how exactly you're supposed to be color correcting your skin. I've always struggled with this. It's always been something that I kind of just skip when it comes to makeup. So yeah, now that I've learned how to do it, I'm going to share my tips and tricks with you because I have had a few experiences with using color correct. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to avoid having the color peek through your foundation, how to avoid color correcting with the wrong shade, and how to color correct in the first place. So for me, the first thing is what brush you use. It all kind of depends on what person you are. You normally want to use a smaller brush rather than a big brush because you don't want to put too much product on. What I like to use is this brush. This is a concealer brush. So this is a concealer brush. This is the brush that I use. This is from Creative Glamour. I can leave a link down below if you guys want to get this specific brush. But there are plenty brushes. They're concealer brushes. That's probably your best bet. I know that some makeup artists like to use fluffy brushes. It all just depends on the person. But however, I would recommend using a smaller makeup brush purely because, again, you don't want to be putting on too much product. In terms of product, there's a lot of products out there. I'm not going to go through all of them because you and I both know that we don't have that much time to go through all of that because it'll probably take us a lifetime. So the products that I'm going to be talking about today are the Kryolan concealers. These products are really, really good. They're full coverage and they just work really, really well. So they do have like a whole bunch of foundations. Like there's a lot. Like this is not even all of the shades that they have. They have so many. So yeah, so if you're a makeup artist, I would definitely recommend getting the Kryolan tin. Reason being because the refills are really, really like cheap to fill up instead of buying like little bottles. However, if you aren't a makeup artist and you're just wanting to do this on just yourself, then I would recommend getting the little individual tubs. So the 4 products that I have here are their main concealers. So the first one we have is the yellow. The yellow is called DO. Then we have the orange, which is D30. Then we have the green, which is DG. And finally we have the purple, which is D purple. I'm not going to talk about the D purple one. I've never used it. Like, to be quite honest, I wouldn't recommend buying it because, I mean, if you're a first time makeup artist, don't get this like at all because you're not going to use it. However, if you are more higher up on the end and you do makeup artists like full glam makeup artists and it needs to be perfect and you do like photography makeup, then I'd recommend it because then you might use it. But the 3 products I'm going to be speaking specifically about are these 3. The yellow, the orange and the green. So yeah, these are the ones that I use more frequently. The yellow, because the yellow I use just for a normal concealer as well and highlight. But yeah, so let's get started. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about is DO, which is the yellow. Bearing in mind, if you guys are wanting to buy this product, there are 2 foundations. There's a foundation and there's a concealer that Kryolan sells. They're both called DO. The one that you're wanting is the yellow, the DO Derma foundation. The other one I think is a DO Ultra foundation. There is a difference. So yeah, make sure you're getting the yellow one. But yeah, I use this a lot. It's really good for a highlight as well. Yeah, basically that's what it's used for. It's for highlighting. You mix it as well with a bit of foundation and then you can put that over your eyes. You can put that over, I don't know, basically anywhere that you need concealer for highlighting. In terms of color correct, these guys are what you're going to need to use. The orange one is used for cancelling out blueness and darkness or whatever. So the most common way that you use this is underneath your eyes to conceal your eye bags. So yeah, very important. I use this on almost all my clients and yeah, it always just makes them look really, really good. The green cancels out redness. So I use this quite a lot because I have a lot of redness on my cheeks. But yeah, so you put a little bit of this don't go excessive on it. This is the one that you need to be very light-handed with, which is why I recommend using a smaller brush, because then you get less on the brush and less on your face. But yeah, this is the green one. The most common one that you use out of the two is obviously the red one, or the orange one. Whatever, I'm kind of bad. But yeah, I use this a lot. You don't put too much, obviously, because once you start putting the foundation on, it sometimes comes through if you have too much concealer. How I usually do it is I'll take a bit of this onto a little spatula, obviously because I'm a makeup artist and everything needs to be hygienic. I'll put it onto a spatula and then I'll scrape it off the spatula. I'll never put my brush like in the actual tub because, you know, unhygienic. But anyway, so then after that I will go underneath my eyes, or underneath my model's eyes, and I'll pat it on under both of the eyes. And then if they have any darkness around their face, so sometimes people have like acne scars, so I will cover that up, or, you know, any kind of dark pigmentation on the skin. I know for my ethnic models, they often have like darkness spots on their foreheads, so I often cover that up. Also Indian skins, they also have like darkness around their mouths and around their nose. So that is something that obviously you got to use your discretion with. If there's darkness, use some orange. But again, you don't put too much, you don't want to look crazy. Then after that, I normally take a foundation brush and pat that in and buff it in and blend it out. And then you put the foundation on afterwards, and it should look amazing. Especially if you're using the crayon ones. I know that LA Girl also has really, really nice concealers. But yeah, as for green, this is more for Caucasian skins. You don't really find it on ethnic or Indian skin tones, or even Asian skin. Asian skin tones, you don't normally need any concealer. Like, you'll only probably need a bit of highlighter, but avoid using these at all costs unless they really do have you know, a bit of coloring or pigmentation or whatever. But yeah, Asian skins just don't really need concealer. Like, they're so lucky. But yeah, for ethnic skins, I never use this because they don't have red undertones or red pigment or anything. So you don't need it. There's no reason for you to use this. For Caucasian skin tones, yes, definitely. Caucasian skin tones often have a lot of red undertones, and they also have a lot of redness that comes out. Like, I also have like ridiculously red cheeks. So always have a lot of green on my cheeks, but yeah, so you want to go very, very sparingly on this, and yeah, it should work. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory for you to actually understand how they work. Again, a lot of it is to do with understanding the product itself. So I think that's pretty much how you color correct your skin. Yeah, it's not much to it. It's pretty simple, but yeah, I don't know why people get it wrong all the time. You've basically got to strip the Instagram models and Instagram tutorials and everything completely out of your brain, because a lot of those, like, they draw all those like weird marks and the stars and the triangles and whatever, and it just doesn't work. It just depends on the person's skin. So like I said earlier, you're not going to be putting green on a ethnic skin because they don't need green. Like, there's no point for you to have green on there, so you're wasting your product. Especially when products are really expensive, you don't want to be wasting your products. So I'd recommend taking a look at the person's skin, their natural skin tone. The green cancels out redness and the orange cancels out blue. So very simple for you to understand that if there's red, you put green. If there's blue, you put orange. That's it. Like, it's so simple, and yeah, if you follow those rules, you'll be okay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a link in the comment section if you have any ideas, or you want to ask any questions, or you want me to explain anything for those of you at home who aren't makeup artists, or maybe you are a makeup artist that needs some tips and tricks and all of that. Just leave your comments and your questions and everything down below. Yeah, if you have any suggestions for me, if you think I'm wrong, then don't feel afraid to educate me down below. I mean, I don't mind. But yeah, I think that's everything, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week with an all new video. Bye guys.